I'll tell you, this is, I mean, Jeff's not kidding. This is, once we played this theater, I said, fuck, I can't believe, I mean, I've been on the road doing theaters for about almost 20 years, and the fact that we just played this place once is kind of stupid, because this is one fucking spectacular space. And that someone had the presence of mind, which is almost impossible in this country, okay? I don't know if you've noticed, but it doesn't seem to be the strongest suit that we have. We can go through a picture book of phenomenal buildings and phenomenal fucking performance spaces that were destroyed by idiots. And someone said, fuck, look what we got. And whoever it is deserves to have a fucking statue, unless of course they did something shitty in the past. And then we'll have the statue, but it'll be buried upside down. It's nice to be back on the East Coast, in the land of the bitter, really, and. Because I've been out and past the Midwest, I don't know what they call and then out into the West where they're kind of like, oh boy, everything's great. We're so happy. And meanwhile, their level of hate and disgust is staggering. And you'll just have to trust me on that, because your lack of a laugh means you've never fucking been there. And so really, they're that? Yes, I'm telling you. Pleasure to be in Waterbury. I've never played Waterbury. Played all around Waterbury, never played here. And it's always a joy to be back in the Nutmeg State. A nickname that is just about as fucking ludicrous as any one imaginable for any state. I lived in the great Nutmeg State for 5 fucking years, and I never saw any nutmeg. Ever. It isn't like you have, would you like to tour the nutmeg farms? No, there's nothing. I don't understand it. I don't get it. I don't. Where does nutmeg end up? I mean, seriously. I mean, outside of like, oh, we're having eggnog. Wow, let's go to Connecticut. I hear they're just loaded with nutmeg and can't get rid of it fast enough. Yeah, and there's nothing more joyous than that feeling of coming up 95 for the last, literally what feels like the last 100 years of my life. And you live here, so it must be like, holy fuck. And that it is literally, all they do is repair it. It's never done. It's literally one of the saddest jokes on earth. It's never, and you can tell people in other, oh, come on. Because I get people bitching about road repair. I do this rant cast, and people send in, they're fucking with our roads, we got potholes. But nothing beats this. Nothing. It's like almost as if a state law, you must, in order to get through Connecticut, you must spend at least an hour in your car fucking bitching and moaning. Yeah, I spent 5 years in New Haven, and that was, somebody booed? That is really fucking, that is just a desperate, what the fuck, it's New Haven, it's tough enough, and then you go, oh, fuck them. Yeah, 5 years in New Haven, it's like, it was, wow. And I spent 5 years in New Haven when New Haven was really, the one of the scariest places I'd ever lived. Plus, I was going to drama school, so that was really something. I went to the Yale School of Drama, and as you can see, wow, that's very kind. As you can see, it really is paid off. And I thought I'd have plays up here. You know, I'd be coming to Waterbury so that people would see my play, and instead, fuck, now you're stuck seeing me. No, it was interesting. It was interesting spending time in the American theater. It was like living in an abusive orphanage. It was. Couldn't beat it, and you couldn't beat it for income. It was fucking spectacular. I was a playwright, so I was making, I'd say 2 cents a day. I'd have been better off if I'd become a nutmeg salesman. It's nice to be back in New London. I have not been here in quite a while. And I actually used to come up here when I was doing time at the Yale School of Drama. And I mean it when I say kind of doing time. It was 3 years of the school, and then I spent 2 more years in New Haven, so that was 5 years. I had to spend the 2 years in New Haven to try to figure out why I went to that fucking school in the first place. I mean, it's unbelievable. Everybody's gonna come out and make a living. I was coming out as a playwright, which I might as well have come out as a monk. And monks make fucking more money. And then they gave me money. They fucking gave me money. They fucking gave me money. The Yale Drama School had this fucking concept. The Yale had an idea, brilliant idea, that they would give the students this thing called a tuition postponement option, and they gave it to playwrights. I was sitting there going, what the fuck? You're gonna give me this money and you expect to see it again? Seriously, crack whores were making more than me. But I would come up here, and I can't remember if it was my last year at school or the year after, and I would come up from New Haven. There was a place up here that I performed at. I had an open mic, and it was me and David Allen Greer, and we'd work up here, and it was it was great. It was great to get out of New Haven and see that there were other places and people had lives. And those of you who didn't laugh, you've never been down the fucking road. So it really is nice to be back. It was great because I could come here and perform, and I never really thought of being a comic, because I really thought I was going to be a playwright, because I was a fucking idiot. And it is a joy to be back, always to drive up to do shows in Connecticut and realize that for what seems like the 35 years that I've been coming up and down that fucking stretch of road, you're never going to fix it. It really is extraordinary that it's like a kind of like almost as if, no, don't take it away. It will create anxiety. We're so used to it now. We need it there. And now that there's money for infrastructure, whew, you can count on this for the next 100 years. But it is really something that they have been unable to fucking, or there's maybe there's gold. That's what's going on. Those fuckers are digging up gold. Why would it take that fucking long? This is interesting, because when I first came up here to do the open mics, that was what it looked like here. I can't look back at that now.